Hi everyone, my name is Mara Huber and I serve as Associate Dean for Undergraduate Research and Experiential Learning at the University of Buffalo, and I also direct our Experiential Learning Network. Today I want to talk to you about the challenge of finding summer internships or research opportunities, or really any high-impact experiential learning that can help build our resumes and set us on the path for future opportunities. I know this is a topic that is on the mind of many of our students and also parents. It's harder than ever to find internships, and I know many students are really hoping to find something interesting this summer, but are finding that they don't know where to start. So I wanted to share a process for creating your own mentored experience. So this is the idea of actually creating what we call informal internships or opportunities that you can use again on your resume, but are something that you're initiating, not necessarily something that exists or that you're applying for. Now, some of you may be fortunate enough to be at schools where they will give you a summer stipend for informal experiences. But most of you are probably worried about money over the summer. And I know it's sort of the dream to get a paid internship, and that is what many students are working towards and hoping for. But those are really difficult to come by. And my concern is that many students wait for those, hoping that they will materialize, and then miss the opportunity to really create or lay the foundation for something that can actually happen, and they find themselves without any meaningful opportunities. So I want to suggest to you that you sort of put that notion of a paid internship aside if you haven't been able to secure one. Do what you need to do to make money, but you can still create sort of an informal, meaningful experience with whatever time you have to focus on. And I'll talk a little bit more about funding at the end. I want to just work through a process that you can adapt to your own situation. And that process starts with identifying the network that you're going to work within. We all have networks, we all have contacts, and we all have associations. The idea of making sort of cold calls for summer internships or opportunities is a really bad idea. So if you think that you're just going to contact emails, look up banks, for example, or schools, and just send emails and land an opportunity, I really want you to adjust your expectations. It's very difficult to convince an organization to bring you on if you don't have those connections. And so my suggestion is that you spend some time thinking about who within your network could possibly help you. My suggestion is to start with your college or university, go to the alumni office, and ask how you can access alum in your community or the area that you will be in for the summer. That's a great place to start. If you're affiliated with any programs at your college or university, you can also do the same, or also your high school. Those are the best places to start. But you don't need to stop there. You can look at churches, you can look at community groups, really any affiliation. You can use LinkedIn. And the idea is the more points of contact you have that you can refer to, the more likely somebody is going to be compelled to help you. Okay? So that's step number one, is really identifying, and you want email addresses of individuals with whom you can communicate. All right, the second step is to adjust your expectations related to the nature of this experience. I know a lot of students think that they have skills that they can contribute to an organization. Maybe you're really good at math, maybe you're really good at research, and that might be the case, but I need you to recognize that the organization doesn't need you. I know that sounds rude, but if they needed you, they would have sort of a formalized program that you would be applying to, right? So by the very fact that you're trying to sort of cultivate something that doesn't actually exist, you need to recognize that you need this opportunity more than they need you. Okay? So you need to adjust those expectations. And you also have to recognize that it can be a lot of work hosting an intern or a student if you don't really have an organized program for them. It's actually, it can be an awful experience because you invite somebody in with the best intentions. You know they really want to have a meaningful opportunity, but you don't really have work for them. You don't really have time, and then you start to feel bad. And then you see that they feel bad, and it can sort of be a train wreck. So what you need to do is recognize that really all you need at the core is you need an experience to put on your resume and to build upon, right? Because that's how it works. You start with an experience and then it builds to better opportunities. So you need an experience that is in some way related to your academics or your career goals or skills, really anything. And ideally, you want a positive relationship. You want people who think highly of you and are willing to give you an endorsement. That's all you need, right? Anything else is sort of extra. And so ideally, when you're looking for an opportunity, you can convey to that person that you are a self-motivated learner or a self-directed learner, that you're going to come with your own project, that you don't need a lot of supervision, and that you're looking for an opportunity to see what you learn in action or to learn about a business. You want to lower their expectations of what they need to give you, because that's going to make them more willing to help you, which is what they will be doing. Okay, so once you have your network identified, you've adjusted your expectations about what you're going to both give and get from this experience, then it's time to get your materials together. All right. I find that it's best to write an email, a personalized email, and attach a letter. All right. So I want you to look on your website from your college or university or put in a few phone calls and find your digital letterhead. Letters look so much more professional when they are on letterhead, and you can add a digital signature and have that all ready. And you want to write a nice letter, basically saying that, you know, as a fellow graduate of such and such school, or as somebody who was recommended by the alumni office, you are writing in hopes to get their guidance and help, right? You introduce yourself, what you're studying, and that you're really hoping to get a meaningful learning experience this summer tied to the world of finance or education or art, right? And you can indicate that, as they can imagine, it's harder than ever to get these opportunities because of the pandemic, right? And that you're not in need of funding. You're really just looking for an opportunity to see this work in action. And you would really appreciate any support, either opportunity to work with this person, to learn more about their work, you know, their shadowing opportunities, or perhaps they can connect you with someone who might be open. You can tell a little bit about your skills and your areas of interest, but again, reiterate that you're flexible and you're open. You thank them profusely. You let them know if there are any timelines. So if you do have funding opportunities from your school, make sure you look into the timeline because it could be coming up. And you ask to hear back from them. And then if you do hear back, you want to graciously thank them for any support or guidance and build quickly on whatever they give you, right? And you want to send those out to lots of people and to do it quickly. And you have to hustle, right? This is about creating an opportunity that you're going to be able to leverage. So it's yours to develop, and it's your responsibility to make it happen. You also want to attach a CV, which is your resume. Lots of resources to help you develop this. You can look for samples online. You can go to your career services or your support offices, get some feedback, make sure it's tight, make sure it's professional, even if it's not full. You can even reference that in your letter that, I know I've attached my resume. I know it's still rather light, but I'm hoping to build on it. And you should also think about developing a LinkedIn profile, and you can connect to that as well, right? I can help you figure out what to do when you get one of these. I can also share a way to develop your own project independently if you don't have informal mentorship or informal internship, other opportunity. So there are lots of ways to make your summer meaningful from a learning and experiential learning standpoint. But you need to get started, and you need to realize that it's a lot of work, but it's work that is worth it because you'll continue to build upon it. I hope that was helpful. Please share any input in terms of what you'd like more help with, and I will try to develop more of these resources. Best of luck. I can't wait to hear what you're able to create. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.